Well, it's also my understanding, again, this happened in third period,
Right.
which would have been 9, 10 o'clock-ish, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there, but you finished the day.
Yes.
So if you had been a threat to your students when it was reported that day.
Yeah. See, again, I don't know any of
I'm
the timing
confused.
of when it was reported or who it was reported to. Miss King came to me after school and said, so that's the first time I'd heard that there might have been a problem. She came to talk to me after school.
That means it would have been reported sometime during the day.
I guess.
So if you were that dangerous,
Right.
I'm just wondering why you were able to finish the day.
No, I don't know either. That has somebody else brought that up to me as well, but I don't know, and I really don't. Again, I don't know who, where, or why it got reported or how it got escalated to this level. I can't tell you. It's it just escalated so quickly from Mrs. King talking to me to Mrs. King recommending my termination in a letter to being arrested. I mean, it all went bam, bam, bam so fast. My head was spinning a little bit. And now I sit and wait, and I don't understand the judicial system well enough to know how long this could take. I do know that the school board has left me on paid leave. I think they sent a letter out the following Monday to parents saying that it was on paid leave, investigation was ongoing. Well, I can only conclude that since they've left me on paid leave, that the investigation did not reveal anything that scared them, or I would have expected them to move for termination if they had really believed I had done anything worthy of being terminated. But they've not done that. So that's my hope, is that they understand that I didn't do anything threatening. I can't speak for them either because I've not heard from them now in more than a month.
So you just wait.
Correct. My days are spent waiting, playing with my dog, going out for runs, taking care of my mom. And I wait.
The waiting's got to be awful.
It's stressful. It's this balance. I go back and forth between the terror of you've been charged with a felony to the comfort of I go back and I look at that GoFundMe and I go back and look at the notes from my students who say, it was important to me for you to know that I never felt threatened in your room. I had kids that were in the room at the time write me that. They were not threatened, and they know that, and they wanted me to make sure I knew that. But that's comforting enough for me, that gets me through the moments of terror when you realize this is crazy.
There were students who reached out to us too and wanted to say that too publicly, not just, to send it to you privately, but they wanted,
Yes.
people who were worried that it might look bad on paper, reading the warrant or seeing a mugshot.
Yeah, and they've done amazing things. They spoke at one student was able to speak at the last school board meeting. And you can't discuss personnel issues at a school board meeting. They'll let that happen. But he managed to work around the talking about wanting the right instruction for his IB class. But yeah, they want to make it known, and they all the time. I don't contact any of them. I was advised not to do that. But the teachers at the school sometimes say the kids want to know, and their parents want to know what they can do to help. It's like, if I could tell you what to do to help, I would gladly do that. I'm not sure what you can do to help. Keep praying for me.
Is there any message that you want to give to students who you haven't been in contact with, who are worried about you, or?
Yeah, just that I'm okay, first, and second, that I am fighting my best to get back to you. If there's any doubt about that, because there is people who certainly doubt whether I should go back to Lakeside. If I can get back to Lakeside, I'm going back. That's still my goal. I love them to death, and they should know that. And they're evidence that I have so many thank yous to write on. They never get them all done because there's just too many people out there that gave money or signed that petition for me to ever possibly thank all of them. It's been amazing. But my message to my students is still that they're wonderful. They're the best kids. They're the reason I teach. I don't go to I haven't put in 29 plus years of teaching for any reason other than I love being with those kids, and I've missed so much. Today is the day of the state cross-country meet, and I coached cross-country for more than a decade. But I didn't get a chance to tell my runners, I teach at least 3 members of that team, good luck and go get them. And the support I could have given them because I can't see them. And that makes me sad.
I don't think I have any other questions. Is there anything else that you want to talk about that I didn't ask you about? Because I want you to have the opportunity to say whatever.
No, I just don't know what to say. Again, it's this grasping at when the parents of these kids and they contact the teachers and the teachers ask me, what can they do to help? I don't know. I'm hoping this helps. If I could come up with anything else that would help, speed the process, change the process. I'd love to know what it was. I don't know.
Yeah, do you feel like you were treated unfairly?
Part of me really believes that if they had waited to talk to my third period class before turning it over to the district attorney's office, they might not have turned it over to the district attorney's office. But they didn't do that. Somebody made the decision to turn me over. And I don't know who that was either, and I'm not worried about it. But yes, I think that if they had waited to talk to that group, and it would have only taken a few more hours for that group to reconvene, for them to send the officer or anybody over there to talk to that group of students to say, what happened? What really happened in this room? And if they had talked to them first before having me arrested, I don't think I would have been arrested. But can't change that either. And I don't intend to worry about it. You know, there's no point in getting upset or angry about how you've been treated at this point. I'm not worried about it. I'm looking forward to getting my name cleared and getting back to the job I love.